guys, it's Laura. How's everybody doing? Here we are. I'm hoping everybody's having a good day. I am pretty exhausted. I almost fell asleep earlier, but I'm like, no. I ran down to the store, woke myself up, got some water, and came back so I could get on here for the weekend, because doing a couple of videos a week is my goal at this point. I'm trying to set goals more regularly, which I'm pretty good about that. I'm very, I can be quite self-disciplined when need be. I'm not saying I am all the time. Sometimes I'm a train wreck like everyone else, but right now, this is one of my goals. So the reason why I'm tired is I spent yesterday painting almost the whole entire day, and then today I spent the whole day out in the yard raking leaves, trimming trees, planting plants, bagging the leaves. Yeah, and I was at a work meeting at 6 a.m. before I started doing any of that this morning, so long day. Okay, so I know everybody else is busy too. I'm not trying to cry about it. I'm just being honest about the fact that I'm pretty tired. I'm not the best at looking at like analytics and stuff on my channel. Don't even know how accurate they are, because sometimes it'll say one thing, then I'll go back on, it'll say another. So I just really don't worry about it, and don't even understand them 100%. And that's not the point of my channel. The point of my channel is to spread messages, have friends, make people feel like it's a spot where they can pop in and join a conversation or listen to one. Nobody really reaches out at this point. I'd like some interaction at some point if it's positive. I'm not going to promise you I'm going to answer you if it's not. Not that I can't handle it. I know there's trolls out there. I've dealt with many trolls in my life. Many, 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 many trolls in all different skin suits. Hopefully that's not what we attract here. Not trying to harm anyone, just trying to share some funny stories, my life experiences, and any bit of wisdom that I can put out there for entertainment purposes only, and healing if that's the thing for you guys. So anyway, moving on. I don't know. I get a bunch of thoughts when I'm like out in the yard, quiet, raking and stuff. One of them was how we get so caught up when, relationships go bad, and whose fault it was, and, how horrible the things that they may have done to you are. Some people are terrible. They really are. I mean, it's not funny, but it's the truth. I've never tried to be that mean. Some people have probably thought I've been mean before. It isn't that I set out to do anything like that. I've never been like a diabolical, I don't know if that's the right word, person out to scheme and scam and scandal. That's not me. Can I be cutting with my words at times? Yeah, I can be to the point for sure. I have a lot of Scorpio and Virgo in my chart. Both known to be pretty precise. But I'm growing, okay? But anyway, so we get all caught up in if you get what you consider to be dumped, listen, friends, you have to understand those people were not meant to be in your life any longer than they were. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter why, what, when, or what happened. I mean, it's painful when people are nasty and dirty to you and scandalous and cheat on you and abuse you and all that kind of stuff. It's very terrible. But I'm going to say thank God they got taken out of your life, whether it was the way you wanted to or not. They are no longer there for a very, very good reason. Now you have to pick up those pieces, dust yourself off, find the lesson out of it, grow from it, and heal from it. And try your very hardest not to bring those terrible incidents into the next relationship with you, because this is where the cycle keeps going, is you will end up meeting the same kind of person again, or some version of it. You have to let it go completely and heal. My throat's a little, I think from being out in the dust today, sorry. You have to heal and try to start fresh. And I do not recommend jumping right into another relationship, which is what a lot of us do to try to get over the other person, even if you don't think that's what you're doing. And when relationships are started on that kind of foundation, they're almost always going to fail. Okay, my advice is to sit still for as long as it takes. I mean, I would say at least 1 year, and I usually go longer than that. You can casually date if that's what you want to do, but to get very serious at all with anyone after when you've barely left the bed of the other person, no. Big no. Okay, so let's see what message we get about this. How to accept the lessons and realize that though, let's just say you're on a higher vibration. Let's just say, in my situation, I got to a certain point where I didn't want to do all the partying and stuff anymore. There was a time in my life where I did, because I was on a lower vibration or just wanted to have fun. It's kind of, when you're 55 and you still just want to have fun, I feel like you're way low vibrational, okay? Clean fun is different than let's go out and party as if we're 20, okay? You must, let me not get off on a tangent. Anyway, let's just say that you want to raise your vibration and the partner does not. It's happened to me multiple times. Are you going to stay there and let them drag you down to their level? That's where they want you to be, because misery loves company. They don't want to grow. And that's fine. That's their soul's journey. That their soul may just be here to experience that life. Scandal, promiscuity, drugs, that life. Okay, that may be what their soul is here to do. But you have to realize, if you know in your heart where you want to be, and if you want to keep growing and keep expanding, and you feel like you're healing and you don't need those substances and body counts anymore, you have to get rid of them, because they will do anything to drag you down to their level, because they don't want you to grow. Like I said, misery loves company. They want you to stay down there in the dirt with them. Don't do it. Find somebody who wants to grow and expand like yourself. Don't let another person who has dark attachments at the moment to that life to keep you down there. You're going to be miserable. It's not going to work out. Sometimes you have to realize you just don't fit in with that crowd. You're not going to, no matter how hard you try. You're not going to. Ow. Anyway, I wanted to share the cards that I'm using. Gilded Tarot. is one. Excuse me, that's my tarot. And then I'm using Star Codes Astro Pocket Oracle for maybe another single card just for a message at the end. We'll see how much time I have with my phone. This phone is wacky and it's already like 10 minutes in, so I'm going to keep moving. So the core message is, how do you learn to accept that those people were not supposed to be in your life for an extended period of time? They came in, what happened, it needed to. That's what your soul's journey is. That's what their soul's journey was, and then you parted ways. Other people will stay in your life forever. And sometimes it's the ones that you don't think would. Sometimes they come back into your life and reconnect in a different way. I'm not talking about the bad relationships. I'm talking about like friends and stuff like that. Life is interesting. Okay, but I highly suggest that if you're trying to raise your vibration and or just grow and heal as a person, and you want to live a different lifestyle, you must cut those people out of your life, because if you have those energies around you, it's could end up dragging you back down that path. And I know that sounds harsh, because you'll be like, oh, well, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Let me tell you something. If they want to stay down there in the dirt and you want to, shoot up to the stars, you can't feel bad for them. They don't feel bad for themselves. That's why they want to stay there. They just want you to do what they want to do. It needs to be opposite way around. You need to have people that want to do what raise up like you want to do. Okay? Right. It's clear enough. Okay, so we have two of Wands. It's probably partnerships, maybe. I always have to check everything, especially when I'm like cuckoo from being outside all day long. 5 of Pentacles. That has to do with Pentacles is always like financial Pentacles. 4 of Swords, we know what that one is. That is resting after, something kind of rough that's happened and thinking about it. And then the King of Pentacles. That's a stable guy, I would say. Okay. Did I show you this one? Yeah, I think I did. Star Codes Astro. 4th house, home. Hopefully we get to that. Let's do these first, because my phone's old and it's acting wild right now. And it's not the first top thing on my priority right now, on my list. Okay? Okay. So we're going to hope for the best. Everything a day at a time. Can't stress about it. Won't stress about it. I have faith. 2 of Wands. Having moved forward from the energy and the ideas that the Ace brought, the 2 of Wands shows that the initial stages have progressed to get the project off the ground. So, partnerships. Well, the Ace is a wonderful card in theory. I don't know why we're talking about Ace, because it came before this. Let's not worry about that. As with all new ventures, you need to focus on your future plans and put in the required amount of effort to succeed. But the presence of this card shows that potentiality exists. The energy of the 2 may also indicate a partnership. Collaborations and negotiations with others may be significant to your project, so these are worthy of consideration. The Two of Wands is a positive card that shows you're moving in the direction of your goals and ambitions. Okay. Okay. Partnerships. Moving forward with your goals. Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles supplies a warning of paying careful attention to your financial affairs to guard against loss. So this isn't the time to head for the shops and indulge, just like I just talked about, in shopping, retail, therapy, etc. Like I said, the phone is, yeah, it's one more thing, but it's not. I'm not going to stress about it. Temporary hardships are indicated, may be felt on a financial or even emotional level. Yet help is at hand if you look more closely. Money or resources could be lacking, so take time to carefully review your financial affairs. Ensure everything's organized and budgeted accordingly. Not a good time to enter into financial commitments. Be careful not to miss any valid opportunities that could improve. Okay, so just be careful with your money, all right? So partnerships are coming in. Be careful with your money. We'll see how I relate this to the message, okay? Four of Swords. We know that's rest and contemplation, but I'm going to read it. Four of Swords. The Four of Swords shows rest, recovery, and recharging your batteries after a period of struggle, stress, or strain. You may feel slightly detached from the outside events experienced and need to retreat inside yourself for comfort, or you may feel too weary to participate for the moment. Period of rejuvenation is needed. Time to regroup. Resources, whatever. Rest and regroup. Okay. King of Pentacles. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't say whatever. I'm tired. I'll tell you what I think about the whole thing in a minute, okay? You know how I do. I get the information and then I put it together, okay? Oh my gosh, where's King? Is it back here somewhere? Did they put the King separate? I think they do. King of Pentacles? Right here. Okay. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is not afraid of hard work and will see a task through to completion. He's patient. The King of Wands would lose interest and pursue another deal. The King of Pentacles will sit it out. So he's the stable guy. Usually generous, never stupid with his money. His material possessions are carefully purchased and cared for. He does not waste, nor does he buy hastily. So, again, with the money. It's an earth element, and these kings are often found in property or land development as property land owners, financiers, however you say it, and stockbrokers. Farmers, builders, or tradesmen. All practical, money-conscious, hard-working, salt-of-the-earth types. In the negative, he can be extremely stubborn, blunt, to the point of exasperation, overly materialistic, or miserly. Okay. So, we were talking about not getting caught up in who did what in the ending of relationships, because ultimately they were not supposed to be in your life any longer, period. Stop doing that circling around and around and around in the spiral of what, when, how, where, what. No. The tower hit because either you didn't make the decision or they did, or you did, or the universe did, ultimately it needed to end, okay? The contract was done, all right? Came in, did your thing, as great or awful as it turned out to be, okay? You will get new partnerships, okay? Or maybe collaborations. It doesn't always mean partnerships in love. Could be friends, could be work, could be people wanting to go into partnership to do something with you on any level, okay? So don't worry about that. But remember, be careful, okay? If somebody's coming in, now you learned that lesson with the last situation, right? Whatever happened, be careful about the decisions you're making, especially if it, well, whether it's love or money, you know, love or career. Watch your money, okay? Watch what you're doing. Don't just go willy-nilly headfirst into a partnership with someone else after you just went through whatever you went through, right? Learn from it is the point of this message. Learn from it. Rest, recuperate, and think about what happened. Why did that happen? Why? What? I don't, listen, you have to go all the way back to your childhood. Seriously. I've done it. You have to really examine yourself critically and positively. What happened to me from a little kid till now that was making me make certain decisions, attract certain types, accept certain types, or be a jerk yourself, you know? We all are sometimes. But why? Okay? So, before you go into your next partnership, get your budget, your finances, your healing, get all that under control, okay? Take time, all right? If you do all this, not only will you become the King of Pentacles, which is stable, grounded, generous, just overall stable, okay? You have to do these things first before you can get to be the King of Pentacles, or meet them, or attract them, or have a partnership with them. Nobody wants to partner with you when you're low vibrational or unhealed. The only people that want to have a relationship with you at that point are people that are the same way. Okay? Understand? I think there's a book called Magnetic Heart. Do I have it? Ah, I do. This, oh, sorry guys. This book, I can't remember it all. I've read a lot of books. This is Love, Attraction, and Fulfillment. This might be an interesting book for you guys to get. But I think it's really basically about the law of attraction and stuff, you know? So what you're doing, where you're at right now is what you're going to attract. And those people are going to be attracted to you. So get yourself together, okay? All right, I got to set this down like this. Sorry if it makes a noise. Okay, all right, let's move on to this one and get out of here, okay? I noticed, I was talking about analytics and I got off target, I think. Anyway, I noticed that recently people from the Netherlands have been watching me. It was like that in the US were the top viewers right now. So if you all are from the Netherlands and you're watching me, that's pretty cool. I like that, to know that, you know, people outside the US are have any type of interest in this channel, and I appreciate the views, okay? All right. And US, of course, or anyone who watches me, but those are just two that were on the views. Thought it was pretty interesting. I don't really know much about the Netherlands, to be quite honest with you. But interesting. Give me a moment. This one's a little harder to find than. Okay, home. 150. Let's see what this throws into the message. 4th house, home. Action. Come home and make it a sanctuary. Create a place to renew and to live in an intimate, authentic life. Home is an emotional space, more than a physical address, but both matter. In the practical realm, it may be time to renovate, reorganize, or move in the physical realm, or to negotiate boundaries with a roommate. Create a home that feels safe and renewing at the end of the day, where you are truly off stage so you can drop your guard and refill your wells. Absolutely, that's what I've been doing all weekend. I want my house, even if it's as tiny as a match tip, to feel as comfortable to me as possible this go round. Okay, so there's a lot of things I need, and I'm not just going to go get anything willy-nilly. I actually want I actually want my space to be to look the way I want it to look. Okay, to say matching is not really in my vocabulary because I have eclectic taste. Eclectic, I think that's how you say it. I like a variety of things, but I still blends, you know. I don't want to just go out and get anything from anyone and hand-me-downs and this and that. Pretty much, I would like to be able to move it to another space and not have to do that again. I am a minimalist in general, not to the extreme, but I don't really overspend for the most part, and I don't need a whole lot, but I just need it to be cozy because that's where I spend my time. That's what this is saying. 4th house also speaks of existential homesickness, of a longing for a home you've never had. If you don't have a map from childhood to create sanctuary, make one. Be ready to do the next layer of therapy or tend to some work around family karma. This is the stuff I was talking about. You have to heal. Think about how you would like to have been parented rather than how you were parented, and use that as a model for self-care. In the spiritual realm, build or visualize a meditation place, a portable sanctuary that can be home to your spiritual practice. Could just be your bed, could be your bedroom. Just make a little space where that's where you do your meditating, your praying, your gratitude, just to think, to lay there and heal, to cry, to anything you need to do. Okay, make that there, make a space for it. If you're asking about a project, check that it is well situated. Make sure the people involved feel safe and have a healthy work-life balance. Okay. Basically, come back home to yourself. Okay. Challenge. Let your home be a sanctuary that helps you prepare to deal with the world, not a place in which you hide from the world. That's good. So having your place to heal and pray and do all the things you need to do helps you prepare to deal with the outside world, not hide from it. Gift. A sanctuary within your soul and safe surroundings in which to renew. Allow you to regenerate. Find your center and greet the world afresh. Okay. This message was absolutely about healing, okay? Healing so that you can be and meet and attract the King of Pentacles, which is a stable person, okay? A stable, grounded person. partnerships coming in. Be careful of your finances and all your decisions that you're making with these partnerships. Before you do any of that, rest, recover, center, ground, heal, so that you can be a whole person, or at least the best version of yourself that you can be, because healing never ends until we're not here any longer. That's probably why we're here anyways. We go through these trials and tribulations to, I don't know if it's, you know, for other realms or beings or whatever is out there to learn from us through what we're going through, or if it's so we can help our families, you know, heal too. It's a whole thing. It's a lot to it. Okay, anyway, let's start over. Partnerships coming in. Be careful of all the stuff surrounding this partnership, including your money, just everything, okay? Take time to rest and recuperate, heal, and everything before you jump into this, so that you can be and or attract fellow King of Pentacles, okay? Make your home your sanctuary. It doesn't matter how small it is. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping on someone's couch. Get the nicest blanket and pillow that you can to sleep on that couch with. If you can't do that, have a cup of tea before bed. Find your way to make whatever space you're in comfortable. I've had to do it so many times, okay? And please, 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 please get away from anyone who isn't trying to be on the same wavelength as you. It's not going to work, okay? All right, there's a lot more I could say about that. It's 30 minutes in, so we got to go, okay? Hopefully this uploads one day this week, because sometimes it's slow and sometimes it's not getting it uploaded, okay? Thanks for viewing. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps the channel grow. And I hope everybody has a good weekend, and I hope you get something out of this. And I hope my life experiences can help you if you're dealing with any of these things, okay? I appreciate the views, and I hope that our community of people grows, okay? This is hopefully a safe space. If I trigger you in any way by the things that I'm saying, you might need to take a look at that and ask yourself why it's triggering you, because it's probably something you need to work on, okay? Okay. I don't want to ever hurt anybody's feelings on here. I just want to give my experiences that could maybe help you with whatever you're going through, okay? All right. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. All right, love you guys. Bye.